Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Craig Timm. We are here at Southwood County 2000 for the game, a Cloverwood Conference game between the Assumption Royals and the Newman Catholic team. Assumption is 3-3 currently. They'd like to get on top of that 500 record to be playoff eligible. Newman Catholic is 0-6. This game, we're glad to bring it to you this evening from Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. We're here on Thursday, September 29th. Again, I'm Craig Timm. I'll be calling the action tonight. Art Napgezek does all the work, and we thank him, and we thank the Community Access and Community Media for allowing us to bring this to you. There's the kickoff. Again, Assumption's kicking. Ball to Newman. He got it at about the 20. He broke free. There he goes. And takes it all the way out to the 49-yard line. That was Casey Califace. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Assumption's 49-yard line. Beautiful night for football. It was about 70 today. It's probably going to get down the 50s. Virtually no wind at all. I'm looking at the poles there, and just a little breeze. And so Assumption will start on defense. Again, we are just this will be our second play of the game. Again, this is a Thursday night game. It's a doubleheader this week at Southwood County. Assumption on Thursday, and Lincoln plays on the Friday night game. Over to number 5, wide open, and he fell down. Newman, Marshall Hackle was wide open at about the 30-yard line. I'm guessing it's a little bit slippery tonight. It's been, as we know, it's been wet, and it's been colder at night, so we probably have a little bit of foot issues. Newman, we're looking out. I know you're getting a good shot of it here, but Newman virtually has, I believe we counted 22 players, so there are going to be a lot of people playing a lot of minutes. Again, Newman Catholic comes in tonight, nothing to lose. They're 0-6. Assumption is at 500 at 3-3, again in the Cloverwood Conference. Combination of the Clover Belt and the Merrill Wood. And there's a no gain there for Connor Miller. Abbotsford and Loyal both are high atop the conference. They are both 6-0. McDonell and Owen Withy are 4-2. Assumption and Athens are 3-3. Gilman, Thorpe are 2-4, and Greenwood and Newman Catholic are 0-6. Again, not sure who's playing when. They'll all be playing against each other either tonight on Thursday, or I'm guessing a lot of those are probably on Friday or even Saturday afternoon. Quarterback is Connor Wolf, and he goes back to pass. There's the play, got the ball out. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice catch by Lauren Fetch, but it'll be 4th. 4th, and we'll say about 8. We'll see if they punt or if they just try to, again, with a small team, you never know what they have for a kicking game. Looks like we're going to punt it. Newman, that's Lauren Fetch, who just made that catch. He's going back, and he will be punting to Assumption, so we'll see what Assumption starts with. They'll get the ball for the first time tonight. Oh, almost blocked. He did run into the kicker, and the flag is there. Nice rush in. That was Joe. Well, we'll see what... Again, I don't know the high school if they have the running into and the roughing kicker, but we'll see what they're bringing the ball back. Joe Grundhofer got in there very quickly and almost got his hand on the ball, and again it was and touched into the leg of the kicker, and that'll be a 1st down, I believe. Oh, actually 5 yards, so it'll still be 4th, and going to kick it one more time.
5-yard penalty. 4th, 3.
That makes it 4th and 3. Clock is running. We'll see if they will punt it again. So Mr. Fetch will be back there punting. I think Assumption's going to go after this one more time, but you don't want to hit the kicker. Well, a little bit. Oh, almost got in there again. Assumption has it. Nice block out there. He got away from it. Down he goes. That was Nate Weisenbeck. Takes it back to the Assumption 22, 1st and 10. Again, we're early in the first quarter. We are at about 9:48. So Assumption will start on offense. This will be their first play tonight. Again, they are going from north to south, or left to right, if you see it on your screen. Again, we really thank Art. He gives you the great video for a lot of sports. You'll see Art's name on lots of stuff, football, basketball, you name it. If you're unfamiliar with Assumption, and again, they are 3-3 right now. They've scored 210 points and they've given up 137, so that's a good to be on the positive side there. And they are averaging about 343 yards per contest. And on the other side, Newman Catholic has scored 48 points total, and they have given up 219, and their offensive average is only 162. So you would think, at least on paper, Assumption would have that. That was Jacob Sullivan. He gained a couple. We're back at the 3rd and about 3.
Pick up a 4 on the keeper by Sullivan.
At Assumption, the head coach is Jeff Sullivan. The assistant coaches, Ryan Klein, Seth Milkey, Les Sullivan, George Hartley, and Drew Swendrowski. Again, also thank Marshfield Clinic. They provide the athletic training staff for both the Assumption and the Lincoln football and basically all sports, but we thank them. Offside on the Cardinals on Newman, and that gives Assumption Royals their first down. They're about we'll call it the 36, maybe 37 yard line. They're calling it the 36 on the scoreboard, so we'll call it that too. There's a handoff into the middle, just a couple yards. Zach Krings went off left guard, picked up a nice gain, about 4-ish.
Krings dives, picks up 3. 2nd and 7 on the 39.
So we're at 2nd and 7. We're at the 39-yard line. Again, this game is Thursday night, September 29th. We're almost into October. Hard to believe. Nice pitch. That's out there to Trevor Newton. There we go. Should have the first down. We'll see where they spot it. He might have stepped out a little early. Well, the ref is going to be close here. I think he's going to be right at the stick, it looks like. Or already there. Okay, first down. First down, Royals.
1st and 10 on the 47.
Ball is now on the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. The clock has started. The Royals, of course, in their dark blue uniforms and white numbers. Newman in their customary white. Again, they usually have white, red, and a light blue. And of course, the Royals are usually the dark blue and the white numbers at home. Nice gain for the Lawyers. Zach Krings got over. We're now at the 49, so gained 4. And again, Assumption going without a huddle. They're just kind of talking as they get up to the line. Assumption looks quite a bit bigger, at least on the offensive and defensive lines. I know a couple of the injured Royals are back tonight. I'm sure they're glad about that. Gain of a couple there. Be 3rd. About 5.
3rd and 5.
Again, football has changed so much. You really don't see much of a huddle. It's kind of just pre-called and just get up there and go. He is in deep trouble. Jacob Sullivan, about 4 Cardinals got in on him, led by Marshall Hackle was in there. And that's a big stop. It brings up 4th down. It's about 4th and 6. Looks like Assumption will punt it away. Knock it way down here. Connor Wolf is back there. Kind of a squib kick, but it was effective. It went out of bounds. It'll be at about the 17, well, we'll call it the 18-yard line.
Goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
I'm not sure if that ball was tipped a little bit or if it just came off his foot. Kind of funny. I'm just watching Jacob Sullivan's reaction. He just kind of shrugged his shoulders as if to say, I just wasn't sure what happened there. Again, you try to keep your opponent as deep as you can. If you keep it inside the 20-yard line, that's actually very, very good. It does a lot better than kicking it out of the end zone. Unless your opponents have, a very good return person, you'll see in some of the like college and pro, they'll just try to not even put up with it, just kick it out of the end zone, start at the 20. So here comes Newman with the ball. Good D by Assumption, picked up about, well, that was interesting. I was watching the yard marker, and for some reason the down marker, not sure why, the down marker was actually about 2 yards behind the beginning of the first down markers. I'm not sure what that was, if it's just the way they do it. Usually you see it almost right on top of it, but they confuse me, but people that know me know that's not that hard to do. So Newman is be about 2nd and 7. Again, kind of a shotgun type. Almost intercepted. Nice play out there by the Royals. Kind of batted it up. Almost caught that. That was Trevor Newton. Trevor Newton almost had himself a chance at maybe a pick 6. I know he might have gone with that. Clock stops. We're at 5:11. Again, this is the first quarter. Newman does more of a traditional huddle. And I'm wondering if part of that may be because they don't have the number, so you can kind of get a little breath of rest there. I think we have a false start. Flag down. You can see the flag there on about the 17-yard line. Stop the play. I'm guessing that's a false start, and it is. That'll cost Newman 5. Because if I look on the other side of the Southwood County 2000, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. I see about 9 Cardinals and a couple of them that look like maybe injuries, so they're at about 22 or so that would make another 11, but pass out there. There's been a couple times where actually Newman has gotten behind Assumption, and in the first play you saw actually the receiver fell down. He was wide open, and even here it looked like the receiver was behind the Royals, but there was such pressure on the quarterback it wasn't going to go anywhere. So we're at 4th and about 12, so we'll kick it one more time. And I know he wants to boom it out. Almost got it again. There's nice bounce for Newman, but Assumption will start with really nice field position. They'll be on about their 47. And again, that ball almost sounded like it was tipped. I don't think it was.
7-yard line. First and 10 Royals.
First and 10 Royals. 47 yard of their own 47. Again, they'll be heading to your right, which is south. And we're just under 5 minutes. Again, this is the first quarter. Kind of a fast first quarter. Those of you that have been watching both Assumption and Lincoln this year, we've had some quarters that seem to have taken about a half hour each. Nice run there. Oh, stepped out, but good run. Nate Weisenbeck. Nice run. Looks like he's right at the first down marker. Well, maybe a yard short. He was just kind of waiting to see where the official marked it. The back official had the ball, and he was actually a couple yards ahead of the official that's spotting the ball. So we'll call it 2nd and 2. You got a nice shot. Art's giving you great shots tonight, as he always does. That was Trevor Newton. Trevor Newton for the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10, and the Royals are now on the Newman 41-yard line. Field looks beautiful tonight. It's really, well, of course, we've had lots of rain this summer and fall, and really nice grass, nice green grass, and it's not as beaten up as it usually is about this time, but as we all know, it takes one good mud or snow game, and that'll take care of that for the season. Assumption just gaining yards, and they figure we'll just keep on going here. They're down to, well, it's going to be right at the 35-yard line on the right hash mark.
2nd and 4.
Be about 2nd and 4.
On the Newman 35.
Again, right, and actually they're right on top of the Assumption logo. Actually, you'll see it on your screen. It's right there, that big A with the cross. That's the Assumption logo. There's a pitch out to Newton. There he goes. Nice run, nice tackle by.
Trevor Newton on the sweep.
Well, we have a number that I don't have in my on my schedule here for Newman. So anyway, great run. It's 1st down, about the 21-yard line. He kind of had a chance to turn on the afterburner, so off he went. Beautiful downfield blocking, and also a real nice block at the sign of attack. They were able to close down the end, and then it was just a matter of a foot race. Sullivan keeps it, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Assumption Royals. Jacob Sullivan, about a 21-yard scamper.
Jacob Sullivan results in a touchdown Royal.
So it looks like they'll be going for 1. So our first score, Assumption is 6-0 at the 3:37 mark, quarter number 1. Oh, the ball's blocked, straight up in the air.
Block, extra points. Makes the score.
So we'll keep it at 6-0 with 3:37.
0, Assumption 6.
So a nice drive for Assumption. Really a nice keeper there by Jacob Sullivan. Jacob Sullivan is a junior. Still a fairly young team for Assumption, just looking over their roster here, playing a lot of seniors, but they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, by quick count, seniors. A pretty large junior class, some sophomores, and several freshmen that are on the varsity. So that bodes well for the Assumption in the future. Again, they are in the Clover Wood Conference. And we'll try to kick it off one more time.
Benefit Assumption Athletics will award 50% of the tickets sold between the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Brandon Burkhauser will do the kicking as normal. He's a 6'3", 255-pound senior, and there's a nice kick. Although, it did hit though, and flag will fly. I thought it might hit a little farther,
Result in a
or a little closer, I should say, to the
35.
hash line, but it actually skipped right out. So it'll be first down Newman at their own 35-yard line. .337, quarter number 1. Assumption again, or Newman again in the. Oh, ball's on the ground. Stop it right there. Big loss. Lost about 6 or 7. We'll see where they mark it. About 7. About 6, I'm sorry.
So 6 on the play. Second and 16.
Just watching the quarterback, they use hand signals
30-yard line.
of when the back goes in front of the quarterback, and then he puts both hands up again for the snap. So it's kind of interesting to watch. Of course, we have the best vantage point, and you have the best seats at home because it gives you great film. There's a handoff. Assumption has it pretty well wrapped up. He got back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard short. Connor Miller. Connor's a 5'10", 185-pound senior for Newman. Maybe about 3rd and 11. But now they need a running back. Clock is starting. Lauren Fetch is coming in with the play, along with Joe Stephan for the Newman Catholic. Longtime rivals. With all the changes over the years in the conferences, it's just a whole different game. Nice pass. Oh, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Teddy Ashbeck got that. Now we have a bunch of flags down. The ball was completed to Newman. He took a tremendous hit. The ball went flying up in the air. And we have a player down for Newman. That's the receiver. That's Chris Nicholas. Ball pops up in the air. Teddy Ashbeck says, I'll take that the other way. And then I did not see what we had here at the end. If it was something on the return, a clip or something, or they are conferring here. Good to see Nicholas. Looks like he's getting off under his own power. That's good.
Block in the back on the return against the Royals.
Looks like a block in the back, but that was after the interception, so it was the
Cardinal 43.
Oh, okay. The reason I was hesitating is they had 3rd down out there yet, and I was trying to figure out how we could have gotten to 3rd down when we just got the ball. But there's the pass, wide open. If he, almost, just couldn't get under it. Nate Weisenbeck almost had 6. Led him just a little bit too long, but very nice throw by Jacob. Just missed him. It'll be 2nd and 10. Again, we're on the 40, about the 43-yard line. Great shot there. Handoff. There he goes. All the way down for a first down. And that's Zach Krings all the way to the first down. Down on the 31-yard line of Newman. Jacob Sullivan gets him back to the line. There's the handoff. Picking up. That's Weisenbeck picking up about 4. Be 2nd and 6. Again, if you're a Royals fan, this is really what you like, is just a nice sustained drive, maybe get in the end zone. There's about a minute left in the first quarter. Oh, and Sullivan carries it, keeps it, great blocking. And I guess no reason to do a nice sustained drive if you can just take the ball to around left tackle and run it in for a score. They'll be going for 2, I believe. So with 55 seconds to go in the first, we are at least 12-0. Looks like they're going to go for 2, try to make it 14. Sullivan up to the line of scrimmage. He goes around the end. Looks like he's going to walk in for the 2-point conversion. Very nice play. So Sullivan so far has 12 points actually 14 points now for the Royals. He scored both touchdowns and the 2-point conversion. And they have found a soft spot, so to speak, on the right side of the Newman line on defense, because they've really been able to exploit that and really have some big yardage over the Royals' left side of the line. Again, the right side for Newman. So we're still at 55 seconds. The score is now 14 Assumption, 0 for Newman Catholic. And we'll kick it again. Assuming Mr. Burkhauser will be kicking it one more time. Had a chance to talk briefly on the way in with Joe Burkhauser, athletic director at Assumption, and really been a joy working with him over the years. I realize he's retiring from the girls basketball program, and man, have they had some years, huh? State champions, etc., etc. Also saw Bob Burkhauser, his father, doing normal Bob Burkhauser stuff, probably just about everything they can ask him to do. Big supporter of Assumption. Burkhauser's kick, this time we're going to return it. And that would, almost got away there. That was Raymond Meyer.
Raymond Meyer on the return for the Cardinals.
He's a 5'8" senior. And the Cardinals will start. They'll be on their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10, with 48 ticks left in quarter number 1. Again, this game, we thank our friends at Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. And this game was broadcast and played, on Thursday, September 29th. At Southwood County 2000 Field in Wisconsin Rapids. Ball's on the ground. Assumption has it, I think. It went back. We'll see where it looked like it was fumbled and then fumbled and then fumbled. And I think Newman got it back, and they did. The clock is running.
Loss of 5, 2nd 15.
I see Channel 9 is here filming tonight. It's kind of funny. It's as if she heard me, because the minute I said that, she turned and looked right up here at the booth. I'm sure she couldn't hear me, but that was kind of ironic. guessing they don't. Maybe, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how many games are on Thursday night. You know, traditionally the Friday, Saturday afternoon are the high school football games. There's the keeper by the quarterback. He gets popped about 4 times. Back almost to the original line of scrimmage. And that was Connor Wolf. We're at the end of the first quarter. Wisconsin Rapids Assumption 14. And the Wausau Newman Catholic Cardinals 0. We are here. This will be the start of the second quarter. Assumption has built a 14-0 lead over Newman Catholic. Newman starting their offense on their own 36-yard line. There's a pass out there. Assumption, oh, you did get away from that. Close to a first down.
Connor Wolf pass complete to Connor Miller. Results in a
So that was a Connor to Connor throw. Connor Wolf to Connor Miller for the Cardinals. So a Connor, and both Cardinals. And they are right at midfield, and it's 1st and 10. Wausau Newman, very early in the second quarter. Oh, we have a flag down, so we'll see what that's about. That was Connor Miller around the left end, but we have a flag right in the middle of the, actually right about where the ball was, and I'm getting, oh, it's block below the knees, or below the waist. He signaled something really quickly, and I wasn't looking in the right spot. But it's like a 10-yarder. No, looks like a 15-yarder. So again, that was a chop block against Newman Catholic. That puts it all the way back to 1st and 25. Looked like Newman had a little offense going. And out here on this side, they have 3. They've been running 3 wide receivers, and the ball's on the ground. We'll see what and Assumption does have it. I was going to say out here on this side, they were running 3 wide receivers, and they send them out to block one person, and then they run the opposite way. It's kind of interesting. It hasn't been that effective to this point. So Assumption gets the ball back on the fumble. They are on the Newman, it's like the 38. Numbers are getting a little worn, but not too bad. Hand off to Weisenbeck, and he broke the tackle, and he may be gone. And he is. Nate Weisenbeck puts a 37-yard That's interesting. It's at the 11-11 mark of second quarter. 4 ones. Burkhauser to attempt the extra point. That's better right through the uprights, and you hear the cowbells ringing. It is Wisconsin Rapids Assumption 21. Wausau Newman Catholic Cardinals 0. When you look at this game on paper, you have a team that's 3-3, that being Assumption, and you have another team that's 0-6, and they've only scored 48 points in six games. So basically a touchdown a game. But you never know. That's why you play the game. Everyone, it doesn't make a difference what it says on paper. These have been rivals for a long time. But if you're a Wisconsin Rapids Assumption fan, you wear the blue and white, you're very happy so far. And we're very happy to be able to bring football to you. It's amazing, once you start the season, it seems like it takes a long time through the summer to get here, and then once you get going, this is already the 7th game on the schedule. Running out of games, and pretty soon it'll be playoff time. And again, if Assumption can go on and win, it'll be a huge win for them, get them back over 500. Oh, there's the kickoff, fumbled by Newman twice, picked back up, and he is in deep trouble. Down on about the 20-yard line. They may give him the 20. That was Raymond Meyer. He actually dropped it twice, which gave Assumption a chance to get down there to cover the ball. And he paid the price. So first down, Newman. Second quarter. Handoff in the middle. I'm going to see where they line up. I'm going to have, if they're in that same formation, I'm going to have Art do a wide shot here. Because you'll see they have 3 receivers on their right, Assumption's left, out there. I don't know if Art, if you can get kind of a wide shot out here, you can see the 3 knives. There you go. Right on the bottom left of your screen, you see 3 Cardinals out there. Then they usually don't even look at them, and they pass or run the other way, and the Cardinals are wide open, and it worked that time. Pitch and catch. Big game, almost about the 49-yard line. That was Elliott Samuels that brought that one in. But I've been watching them do that. They have 3 receivers way out on the right side. And then a lot of times they don't even look over here. That play went nowhere. Ran right up the middle. Assumption stopped that for a loss. It'd be 2nd and 11. Connor Wolf, quarterback sneak or quarterback keep. Trying to go right up the middle. And Assumption said, well, we'll stop that. Again, loss of about almost 2. Great camera work as always by Art there. See, they don't even look over here.
Cardinal pass falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass will be 3rd and 11. Just over 9 minutes, well, about 9.5, 9:29 officially. Second quarter. You think of how things have changed in that, too, with high school basketball now going to, I believe it's 18-minute halves, not quarters anymore. Football is I would never expect that to change. But you never know either. Back to pass is Wolf. Turned around a couple times. Chris Nichols almost got that. We have 4th down. Assume a punt coming. And this is when, if you're Newman, you just want to kick it as far as you can kick it. Weisenbeck is back for the Royals. Nice snap. There they come. Nope. Almost got a hand on it. Big bounce for Newman. Weisenbeck has it. He retreats a little bit, trying to get around the corner, and he does. He's going to run into all kinds of traffic here. There he goes. The man fell down, and here he goes. Weisenbeck all the way back. He gets tackled all the way to the Newman 40. Weisenbeck caught it at about probably the 15-yard line, retreated back to the 10, did kind of a juke move. The Newman man fell down. He was back on the 5 and up the left sideline he went. And when it was all said and done, we are basically at the 40-yard line of the Newman Catholic Cardinals, and it's first down one more time. Raymond Meyer for Newman was back there trying to stop Mr. Weisenbeck, and he limped off the field. And so he's having some type of an issue with his leg, it appears. So we're 1st and 10. Again, Assumption is up already 21-0. Sullivan with the keeper. He's just going to keep on running until they bring him down. Jacob Sullivan, he's a 6'1" junior. So it's first down Royal. He just kept running. They jumped on his back, and away he went. He's now down on the 29-yard line for the Cardinals, and it looks like the Royals are trying to add to the scoreboard here. And again, with a smaller team, and I don't mean smaller in size, although they are smaller in size, with not as many players, you have to think that Newman's going to be worn down here. They barely have enough to fill up two full, both an offense and a defense. That was Craig Elson on the keeper, on the run. I'm sorry. He got about a yard. We'll give him 2. Weisenbeck is back in. He took a little breather after running basically 50 yards. So he's back in. Sullivan has been at quarterback the whole game. It's been a real nice blocking effort so far by the Royals. They're starting to take over, just more physical. There goes Sullivan. There's the pitch. Here we go again. Oh, and he just leapfrogged again. That was Trevor Newton. Trevor Newton on it.
For a Royal touchdown.
So we have 7:53. It is now 27-0. Mr. Burkhauser has had a busy day, both kicking off and extra points. We'll see if he can knock that one through and make it a nice even number at 4 touchdowns, and he does.
Extra points by the Royals, making score Cardinals 0.
So we are at 7:53, second quarter. And Assumption has extended their lead to 4 touchdowns. They started with they were at 3:37 of the first quarter. Royals scored. Sullivan with a carry, 21-yard. They missed the extra point. Actually was blocked. It was 6-0. At the 55-second mark of the first quarter, Sullivan again scampered in for a touchdown, and they made a 2-point conversion. Also Sullivan around left end, and it was 14. The second quarter, right at the 11-11 mark, Weisenbeck went 37 yards. That was 21-0. And as you just saw at the 7:53 mark, Newton took her in, and we're now at 28-0. And Brandon Burkhauser for the Royals. Well, at least he gets to kick a different direction this time. He had an extra point that way, but now he gets to kick it from south to north toward Lincoln High School. Little pooch kick. Newman looked at each other to see who was going to pick it up. Nice blocking, nice tackling, I should say, for the Royals. Sullivan was in on that. Teddy Ashbeck was in on that.
Casey Calavis on the return for Cardinals.
And that was Calipus on the return, and he basically ran out of helpers out there. 1st and 10, the Cardinals at their own, we'll call it the 33. A little bit hard to see out in the middle of the field this time of year. They're actually looking over here on the side, and it's going to do no good at all. Carl Bathke got in there, number 55. You can see him there, nice shot, and it looked like they were looking to the right side, and it just never materialized. Carl Bathke, he is a 6-foot, 200-pound senior. Plays both offensive line and defensive line, and you hear his name a lot whenever we cover Assumption. He's usually good for a couple sacks. He gets in there, he's very quick, and they have to block him because he gets around there very quickly. And again, the defense for Assumption is just playing outstanding, as well as obviously the offense. But ran right into Teddy Ashbeck. He had help. Short game for Connor Miller. Again, we have Connor Wolf and Connor Miller. Connor Wolf is the quarterback, and he is a junior. Connor Miller is a running back, and he is a senior. And Connor Wolf is number 1, and Connor Miller is number 5. So they're next to each other on the program. So it's Connor to Connor and Connor and Connor.
Different formation.
So we're 3rd and a bunch. We got a wounded duck, and he dropped it. I think it was a little too easy. Oh, he had it in his hands. Trevor Newton almost had another one. I think the ball just hung up so much for Connor Wolf. It was just like, it was one of those plays almost as if it was in slow motion. They didn't realize the ball was just up there. And 2 Royals actually had a shot at that. But, well, let's see if Mr. Nate Weisenbeck, will see what he can do. Nate's a senior, 6'1". He's saying get out of the way. I don't know if the ball hit Assumption or if it hit Newman.
Down the 45-yard line.
Anyway, they're going to unpile, and you have Assumption with the ball. Nate Weisenbeck has the ball. Assumption takes over. That was Aiden Nelson also in that. I was surprised at the reaction by Assumption, because that would have been a dead ball. I think they were afraid they might have touched it. But it didn't look like they did, but I guess better to be safe than sorry. Assumption 1st and 10 on their own 45. Again, great field position. We're right at 6 minutes. Doesn't happen too often. We're right at 6 minutes. This is quarter number 2. Beautiful night for football. Nice run, handoff. That's Zach Krings. Zach's going to give him about 4.
Pick up of 3.
Give him 2nd and 6. Probably a little closer to 2nd and 7, but I think the Royals will be content to just keep grinding it away, leading by 28-0 score. Nice handoff, nice blocking up front. And that's a 1st down for the Royals. And that was Zach Krings, so Zach Krings picks up.
Results in a 1st down.
1st down Royals at the 44-yard line of Wausau Newman. Again, plays coming in. Jacob Sullivan is your quarterback. Bet they're very happy to have him back for another year. in a very competitive and tough Cloverwood Conference. Nate Weisenbeck on the carry, gets a nice about 6. Again, the Cloverwood Conference, you have teams like Abbotsford, Loyal, McDonald, Owen Withy, Athens, Gilman, Thorpe, Greenwood, and Newman Catholic. And as of, actually this was updated on September 26, so Abbey and Loyal both are 6-0, so they obviously need to play each other yet. And McDonald and Owen Withy are 4-2. And Assumption is 3-3. So with a win tonight, they can get on the better end of a 500 record there. Jacob Sullivan just thought, I'm just going to keep running until somebody knocks me down. Hope he's all right. He went down pretty hard, but he broke a whole bunch of tackles, and he had a nice blocking by the line and the running backs. We moved it way down there. It is now 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. Getting down to 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. We have a nice crowd tonight for high school, again on a Thursday night. Not as many students, obviously, as Lincoln would have, but again, Lincoln is here tomorrow night, and we'll have that for you. Oh, breaking a tackle, just sprinting into the end zone. Trevor Newton. I'm running out of spaces to write down touchdowns here, folks. So that was the 340 mark. That's Newton, and it is now 34-0. Again, Burkhauser said, man, I never get a break here. So we'll look at the extra point and chance to go up 35-0. Line drive, and he made it right through there. He had to kick that one fast. There was a Cardinal all the way almost in there to get his hand on it. It's 35-0. And we will see as if this keeps up like this, because I know there is a running clock. I just don't remember what the number is, if it's 40. I don't really remember. Or is it 50? I'm not sure. We'll find out. I should know all that. I'm sorry. Yeah. We will watch the clock to see what happens here. So we're at 35-0. It's 3:40 in the second quarter. Again, Assumption. The game was pretty, kind of slow a little bit to start us off. The first team's kind of battling back and forth, a couple punts, and then Assumption scored with 3:37 in the first quarter. Then again, scored right about at the end of the first quarter, so they were up 14 after the 2-point conversion. And now they've reeled off 3 touchdowns. And Burkhauser with another kick. Here comes Newman. Oh, he has a little seam, but they're just not able to get through there. And it gets a lot more difficult if you're the offense, if you're Newman, because let's be honest, the Assumption can just flat out come after you now.
First down, 40.
First down on the 41-yard line for Newman. Again, they're in the white. Assumption in the dark blue with the white numbers. Newman has the familiar light blue, white, and red. Their home uniforms are kind of a sky blue, they call it. The workhorse tonight's been Connor Miller. Connor Miller just gained about 8. He's been the workhorse, so Connor Wolf as the quarterback and Connor Miller have really been the workhorses tonight for Newman. And I know next Saturday it's Assumption's homecoming, so should have, I believe that'll be I think that's a Saturday about a 2 o'clocker. We'll have to check on all that. Handoff. Casey Califas, and he has a first down. And he paid the price for that. They've stopped the clock for a first down at the 2:45 mark, quarter number 2. Again, we thank Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. And I'll be honest, I had to write that down because I've been doing various sports for so many years. I think we've changed the name a bunch of times, but we really appreciate that. Art Napgezek does the great camera work on his own time, and we appreciate it. Oh, then we have a fumble. Ball just slipped right through Connor Wolf's hand.
44-yard line.
And the ball is all the way back to the 44-yard line, and it's 2nd and a mile. They never, oh, there they, I was going to say they never even changed it on the scoreboard. It's 2nd and 16, and we're just ticking down. We're under 2 minutes. And there will be 2 different locker rooms at halftime. Assumption will be just kind of saying this is what's working, and Newman will say this is what we should try. Handoff to Casey Califas. Bathke's back there. Cole Stotts is back there. They're not going anywhere.
Loss on the carry for the Cardinals results in 3rd and 20.
So what was 2nd and 16 is now 3rd and 20. And it's one of those, if you're Newman, when it rains, it pours. And you can just kind of tell the life is getting a little tired here. You can also tell out on this end, whoop, we have a timeout. Newman.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Just going to say number 34 for Newman is Lauren Fetch. Tell who has not been in so much because the uniform is crystal clean. So it's a timeout for Newman. Timeout for Newman. We're at 57 seconds. Playing out the clock here to go into halftime. One thing we didn't have tonight, which makes us all jump, we did not have the cannon like we did for the Lincoln game. Be interesting to see if the cannon's tomorrow night. We always appreciate the great folks from the National Guard of Wisconsin Rapids. And yours truly just knows the cannon is going to go off at a touchdown and always forgets and jumps. Oh, we have Assumption jump, we have a quarterback move, and we have a running back move, and it looks like we're going to move her back 5 yards. No, it's offsides. They called Assumption first. So they pick up a free 5. That was an odd play with both teams. They just kind of stopped and nice run by Connor Wolf. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, almost, about 2 yards short of it, which means they're about 4th and 12. And with 38 seconds, we'll see if they punt it away or if they just say we're just going to go for it and keep the clock running. Assumption's getting ready for a return, so it is going to be a punt. Lauren Fetch is back to punt. And Weisenbeck is back for the Royals, getting ready to see if he can do some more damage here. Good snap. Nice punt. Right to him. Weisenbeck has the ball. Nice return.
Punt return by Dave Weisenbeck. First down on the 35-yard line.
Again, I'm looking at some of the neighbors. That's the end of the half. I was looking at some of the numbers for Newman, and they're different than what's in the program. So I am sorry, I did not get who made the tackle. So we're at halftime here in Wisconsin Rapids, Southwood County 2000. And we're going to take a break, and it is Assumption 35, Wausau Newman Catholic 0. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for half number 2. Okay, welcome back. We are awaiting the second half kickoff. Assumption Royals, this game was played on September 29th at Southwood County 2000 Field in Wisconsin Rapids. Your Assumption Royals lead Newman Catholic Cardinals 35-0. And we did get the official word about the clock. This should be a running clock as long as the score stays at 35 points or more. If it goes below that in the third quarter, they said they do stop the clock as normal. But if it goes below it in the fourth quarter, it still stays as a running clock. So we should have a running clock here. Again, Burkhauser was kicked off, an extra pointed all over the place. Newman picks up the ball. Nice block on Newman. And a big pile in the push, and now the official stopped the clock and started right up again. So we do have a running clock. Newman Catholic will start on their own 36-yard line. Again, Assumption leads 35-0, and in high school, if you have 35-point cushion in football, they do a running clock. I believe the clock stops if you score, and obviously on anything like an injury, they certainly would stop it. But it obviously puts you at a huge disadvantage if you're behind by 35, because the clock will not be your friend at all. A nice gain on first down for the Newman Cardinals. Gained about 3 at 2nd and 7. Again, I'm Craig Timm. Glad to be here. We thank Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and I can't thank my partner in crime here, Art Napgezek, enough. He does all the video for us, which means he shoots the game. He spends a lot of time editing it. We get it on the air, and announcers, we just get to show up and talk. So we appreciate all that work. Again, we do have a running clock. We'll try to keep track of the clock. We're already down to about the 10-minute mark. Again, this is the third quarter. It's about 3rd and 9. Not a lot of bodies over on the Newman sideline. That's Connor Wolf. Did get the ball off, and they have looks like just short of the first down. It just depends where he marks it. Of course, they dropped the down marker as they were going out of bounds. So it is a first down. He did signal a first down, so it's 1st and 10 for Newman Catholic at their own 46-yard line. Again, going north to south in the white uniforms. Again, Assumption in their normal dark blue, royal blue. That handoff was to Raymond Meyer. I'm sorry, that was Califace, Casey Califace. Zach Kring's on the stop, gained about 1. We'll give him 1. It's 2nd and 9. And we're already down to 8:50, so this quarter is going to go very quickly. Again, we're in a 35-0 Assumption lead. Oh, we have a pitch, and it actually bounced and went right back to Casey Califas, and he did the best he could. Joe Grunhofer and the boys just went in there and messed that play up absolutely from the beginning. Nice job in the D line there. Matt Hasel's there. Tyler Mansell is there. Carl Bathke is there. Joe Grunhofer at defensive end, kind of more of a linebacker, but he is lined up more of an end because he's down in a stance. Matt Hasel's in a 2-point stance. There's nice play there by Assumption. Nice play by Cole Stotts. Nice break. He almost had a pick there, and he would have been gone. Cole Stotts is a sophomore. He's 5'9", 165. He plays quarterback. He's a backup quarterback and also, of course, a defensive back. Clock keeps running. Lauren Fetch, number 34, you see in your screen for Newman. She is going to kick it away. She's a senior, 5'7", 135, and a very nice kicker, and I just jinxed her. Sorry. She had a nice couple kicks in the first half. Ball rolls out of bounds. Assumption will start on offense. They will start at their own 30, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And for some reason, the official had them throw him 2 footballs as he throws one out. Technically, it's a lateral. If you watch the officials pass the ball around, it's a lateral. It's a forward lateral, so it's actually illegal, although they're going side by side. And why I'm talking about this, I haven't the slightest idea. Trevor Newton on the carry. Picks up about 4. We'll give him 3. About 3. 3rd and 7. 2nd and 7. Again, just recapping, we are in a 35-0 score. Sullivan had a 21-yard carry in the first quarter, and also a carry and a 2-pointer in the second, or in the end of the first quarter. Assumption led 14-0 after 1. And there's a pitch out. Nice pitch. That's pitch out to Nate Weisenbeck. And after the first quarter, Assumption led 14-0. Weisenbeck, Newton each had a touchdown in the second quarter for another 21. So again, 21 in the second quarter, 14 in the first. We sat at 35, which in high school ball does make it a running clock unless it falls below that in the third quarter. If it falls below it in the fourth quarter, I was told it stays as a running clock. There's the handoff. That's Trevor Newton, and he's been a workhorse here in the third quarter. That's a nice pickup. All the way down, we'll make it second. And again, we do have a running clock, so it's, although they will stop it now, we have a boy shaken up for Newman Catholic. And again, that's 78, and we do not have one in our score book here. That might be Caleb. Yeah, we shouldn't speculate because the closest number is 75, and that's just keep running the ball if you're Assumption. Zach Krings, he'll get it down. It's about 3rd and 2. About 4.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3 here from Southwood County 2000. Hard to believe the field's been here for 16, almost 17 years. Beautiful facility for high school. Beautiful facility for any level football, frankly. And Assumption moves the chains. Zach Krings picks up a first down. Again, Jacob Sullivan, the junior for Assumption, is the quarterback. This familiar face for the Royals. I'm guessing you're not going to see many passes here in the second half. It's almost like you're kind of running out the clock here. Sullivan kept the ball that time over his left guard. Picked up about 2. Getting down to 3 minutes. Again, this is a running clock. Assumption leads comfortably, 35-0 over Newman Catholic Cardinals. Their old rivalry from Wausau. Again, another carry. Zach Krings has been the workhorse here in the third quarter. Picks up about, we'll give him 3, 3rd and 5. Again, no huddle. They just, play comes in from the sidelines to quarterback Jacob Sullivan. He informs the rest of the team, and away they go. Yeah, we had, I think that's going to be on Newman. They encroached, unless Assumption jumped. It looked like 2 of the Newman Cardinals might have broken the plane there. And of course I'm wrong again, which I normally am. I did not see that there was a false start in the line. So that'll cost Assumption 5. Be 3rd and 9. And again, the clock keeps running. We're just under 2 minutes. Well, right now we are. We're at 2 minutes even. Clock will only stop on an injury, and I believe it stops on a score also, just so they can kick the extra point. Sullivan keeps it. He pitches it out. Oh, nice hit out there. That was Trevor Newton, and he really was hit on his on the arm, and the ball popped loose, but it popped out of bounds, so of course no problem there. It is 4th down. I would guess that they're just going to run the ball, see what happens here. No reason not to. Again, the play is signaled in. Jacob Sullivan has his team up at the line. They're getting set. Again, they've been really nice blocking tonight by that big offensive lineman. Little misdirection. Wausau says they've stopped him. And Zach Krings is at the bottom of a big pile of players there. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, they've already switched it to 4th to, they've moved it. We'll see what we have here. They've not, one team says they have it, the other team said, no, you have not. Assumption coaches said, can I have a measurement, please, which they have a right to ask, and nobody's paying any attention to them. There was a huge delay there. Both teams stood there and waited for an official, and it is 1st down, Wausau. And we're at the end of the 3rd quarter.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter.
So at the end of 3, not a thing has really changed. 35 for Assumption and 0 for Catholic, and Catholic will have the ball as we start the 4th quarter. Well, we begin the 4th quarter. Newman Catholic with the ball on their side of the field. There's a pass. Oh, he broke away. That was Connor Wolf to Connor Miller. Nice gain. Again, we are in a running clock. That was a huge gain there.
All right, we did have a winner, so congratulations, and once again, thank you for supporting Assumption School's athletic program for all the different teams that are going on cross-country volleyball. Get out there and support them as well.
So Newman Catholic will be 1st and 10. They are on their own 46-yard line. Just trying to get down there and get some points. Again, we're in a running clock. There's Wolf hands off. Again, it's been the Connor show. It's Connor Wolf handing off to Connor Miller. Connor Miller picks up about 4. We'll call it second and about 6. And you can tell the weather is changing. It's a beautiful night, but it's getting a little cool out. A little more of a breeze. It's actually coming right in our faces here. Again, we're up on top of Southwood County Field. Beautiful facility. Connor Miller with the keeper. Assumption says, nope, you're not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere.
Jack Craig with the tackle in the backfield. Lost of 1 on the play, or 2. 3rd and 9.
So that brings up 3rd and 9. Lauren Fetch reports in for Newman. Again, Connor Wolf is your quarterback. Number 1. Wide open almost. Actually a nice ball thrown out there. Lauren Fetch could not bring it in. It'll be 4th down and we'll call it 7.
4th down and 8 for the Cardinals.
We'll see what they do. The clock continues to run. Again, it's a 35. Once you're up by 35 points, it's a running clock. And we're already down to 9 minutes. Felch will be the punter for Newman. We'll see if Assumption even rushes. Yeah, actually almost got back in there. Takes a nice roll for Newman. Actually, this is going to be interesting because Newman is claiming the ball hit the Royals defender, which would be the receiver, in the foot, which makes it a live fumble. But obviously it did not, or at least it's been kind of odd the last 10 minutes or so. Assumption asked for a measurement on that 4th down play. The officials didn't even look over here, and now Newman was asking about that play, and the officials didn't look over there. So if you're a fan, you're just saying let's let it run. This game is 35-0 anyway. Sullivan keeps it, picks up about 4, maybe 5. Again, clock running. We're at 8 minutes and running. I just looked at the time. It's actually 8:38 p.m.
2nd and 5, the Royals.
So the 3rd and 4th quarter are going to take not even as long as probably the 1st quarter. We'll recap the scoring as we close this one out, if there is no more. We still have 7 minutes. What I really like is that both the Royals and Newman, although the game is basically out of hand, everybody's still playing hard. That was Nate Weisenbeck on the carry. Be about 3rd and 2. And every first down that they can get just makes the game even quicker. Weisenbeck is stopped at the line. We'll see where they mark it. First down. I'm sorry, that was Zach Krings. Had numbers mixed up. Zach on the carry. First down, Royals. They keep the drive alive. They're on their 36. Jacob Sullivan he's still in at quarterback. You're just going to see a lot of running for the end of the game here. A few up the Weisenbeck, the ball is loose, and we have a flag down, and we have pushing and shoving and all kinds of good things. Royals took exception to something. The ball was on the ground. I think the Royals kept the ball, but the flag came flying in. Personal foul. That'll cost Newman 15. If you're a Newman coach, that's about the last thing you want to see happen. And again, the Newman coach is trying to get an explanation, and the officials won't even look at him. The official's trying to get the call from his colleague, and they won't even. Now he's talking to the official, or to the coach, but he doesn't know what's going on either. Again, a handoff. Another one where they're trying to steal the ball. Zach Krings trying to steal the ball on every play, which, makes sense. The coach is still very upset. In fact, he's been on the field for the last 2 or 3 plays. I'd hate to be the side judge over there. Another handoff. Ball's on the ground again. And so is a Royal. Looks like that's Zach Krings on the ground. The Newman coach is still trying to get an explanation from the side judge, and he won't even look at him. I don't blame him a bit, but now he turned around. I don't think the side judge has anything he can tell him because he doesn't know who the foul is way over on the other side of the field. Looks like Zach Krings is up. Now they're trying to figure out who has the ball, I think. Now it's third down, and we have mass substitutions for the Royals. We have 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And now Newman called timeout. And Newman is trying to do some substitutions. The only problem they have is they don't have very many players over there. Maybe another 10, well, 9 maybe. Well, I have to admit it's been kind of an odd last couple of minutes. I don't understand what. You could see the ball on the ground twice, but everything just kind of stopped. Zach Krings is on the sideline, but he appears to be standing, and I think that's his dad heading over to talk to him. I think he got hit in the ankle a bit. Now, everyone is kind of standing there watching each other. And I don't know. Okay, we are third down. Assumption still has the ball. We have a brand new everything in there. So it will be 4th down. Teddy Ashbeck is at quarterback. We can see that. Derek Bathke is one of the tackles. He is a freshman.
4th down for the Royals.
Matt Housel's still in there. He is a junior. Craig Elson, a sophomore, is out here at wide receiver. And it looks like we're going to punt. But Newman was not ready for the punt. They finally get a couple guys back. And we are just standing here. There goes the ball. Oh, he did get it off. Oh, a nice bounce for the Royals. It's going to go all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Josh Dockel in there for the Royals. Try to get a few folks there. It's hard to see some of the numbers, but I see Lucas Youngworth is in there.
By the Royals, results be first and 10 for Newman on their own 11-yard line.
Matt Esser is in there. Jarrett Hartley is in there. He's a freshman.
Timeout Newman.
Timeout Newman. We'll get some more numbers here. We have Nick Olson is in there. Again, it's kind of hard to tell on some of them because the numbers get twisted and you can't see the second number. Jacob Koran, or Koren, K-O-R-E-N, is in there. He is a sophomore. Excuse me. Again, I said Lucas Youngworth is in there. Lucas is a junior, 6'1" junior. That's nice to see that. The clock is stopped on the timeout. We're at 2:59 in the 4th. And Assumption out to a commanding 35-0 lead. Let's see. Trying to pick up a number and I don't see it in the Royals program. I'm sorry. Logan Becker is also in there. And we have a safety back here and I can't find his number. Oh, a nice stop in there. Josh Dockel was in there.
Youngworth with the tackle.
Craig Elson was back there. Youngworth was back there. Wonder if that's Tegan Steinert. I can't read the number. Apologize, it's hard to tell. We don't have a number 24 in our program. We have a 20, a 25, and a 29, which of course 29. I know it isn't 20 because that's Newton, and 29 is Weisenbeck. So I'm going to wonder if that's Tegan Steinert. And a gang tackle out there for the Royals. That was Casey Califas for Wausau. Nice job by the Royals again. This is, in basketball we call this garbage time, and I don't necessarily want to say that this is garbage time, but this is just, it's great to see all this is exactly what you wanted if you were an Assumption fan or Assumption player. You wanted kind of an easy night. I shouldn't say it that way, but a 35-0 score at halftime. You've had a running clock the whole time. You get a chance to have a bunch of freshmen play, get a little varsity action, and that only helps you in the future. And let's be honest, it's Newman's a little outmanned. Again, Newman coming in here with a 0-6 record. They will go to 0-7. And they still have only scored 48 points total for the season, and they now have given up 254. And Assumption's going to go to 4-3, and they're going to be points for. They're going to be at 245 and only giving up 137, and their offensive average at 343 is going to go up. Absolutely. Oh, a nice throw and a nice catch. Casey Califas caught that one for Newman. All the way back, all the way out, I should say, to about the 44-yard line on the Assumption side. They need to get to the line quickly because we are at 30 seconds and counting. We have a 30-second shot clock. That's about what it is. Oh, wow. Oh, he wide open, but nice job there from, that was Derek Bothke. He took O'Connor Wolf, put him on his backside, and what I really like to see, he helped him up, shook his hand, and they both went to their huddles. That is great sportsmanship. And that was one of those, if you're an offensive lineman, you just hate to watch the film on Monday or on Friday whenever they do it. This is Thursday night. That's called a lookout block. You turn around to your quarterback and say, look out, because you're going to get killed. You just hate that when you're a lineman. I know from experience. And then for some reason, that was back, now they do it, it's completely different than when I was in school, which is years ago. We used to watch film. And they'd run the projector back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you were hoping the film would break so you wouldn't have to watch yourself get embarrassed. Oh well. Pleasure tonight to bring you Assumption Royal football in the 2016 campaign. Royals will go to 4-3 in a very tough Cloverwood conference. Oh, nice pass, and it's intercepted. There he goes. Oh, he fell down. That was Craig Elston, a sophomore, with a great interception. And he could have gone a little further, but he caught a little wet grass, and down he went. Assumption Royals, 35. Newman Catholic, 0. So let me wrap up again. Again, thank you to Wisconsin Rapids Community Media and all the friend Tom and his whole crew down there. Appreciate that. Let me just give a quick wrap up here. Again, we appreciate you watching us tonight. This game was on Thursday, September 29th. Wisconsin Rapids Assumption 35, Wausau Newman 0. Assumption had Sullivan scored both touchdowns and a 2-point conversion, so at the end of one, Assumption led 14-0. They scored 3 times. Weisenbeck, Newton, and Newton both scored. Both of those. Newton scored twice. Weisenbeck once. And before you knew it, at halftime, it was 35-0. So with the high school rules, we're doing they do a continuous clock if you're 35 points or ahead or more. So we have a running clock. So again, it's a pleasure to bring this to you. So on behalf of Art Napgezek, who does a great job with the video, I'm Craig Timm. We'll see you down the road. Again, Assumption 35, Newman 0. Assumption goes to 4-3 in the Cloverwood. Have a good evening.